Hello, my name is Richard Collington, and I'm here to introduce a course on music theory which is designed to give students an understanding of basic music theory from the earliest stages. To do this course, students will need a pencil, which is very, very important, and it's very important that they should use a pencil, but also a rubber. Very often when we're doing music theory, we make mistakes, and we have to make those mistakes before we see how to do it correctly. So the rubber becomes an active tool. Students will also need a worksheet, which can be found below. The first part of this course will be about the stave, the treble clef, and how to draw the treble clef. First then, we need to look at the stave. And what we mean by this is the 5 lines and the 4 spaces. The 5 lines are here. This is the first line, this is the second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line. We all start from the bottom going up. Even if I only have 2 lines, I'm bound to have a space between them. So not only have we got 5 lines, we've also got 4 spaces. And here's the first space, second space, third space, fourth space, and again, we count them from the bottom going up. What happens when we write notes on the stave is that we will write notes either in a space or else on a line. If we write notes in a space, then we need to make sure that the note moves from line to line and fills out the space completely, like so. That's quite easy to do, that's the easier of the two. Writing on a note on the line is a little bit more tricky. What we have to then do is to make sure that the line runs right through the middle of the note, rather like this. If we get it wrong and we write the note too high, then no one is going to know whether the note is on that line or whether it's on that space. Likewise, if we get it wrong and we write the note too low, again, no one's going to know whether the note is on that line or whether it's on that space. So to get it right, we have to go halfway up the space above and halfway down the space below. And that way, we find that the line is running right through the middle of the note and we can see clearly what the note is. So that one is wrong, that one is wrong. That's the correct one there. And to give another example, halfway in the space above and halfway down the space below will give us a note on that line. These notes are semi-breves, so we know that they last for 4 beats. However, we can't name these notes yet because we haven't got what is called a clef. And in music, we can use many different clefs, but for this course, we're looking mainly at the treble clef, which looks like this. And as soon as the treble clef is there, we can now name the notes. This note is E, this note is B, and this note is G. It's important that all students should be able to draw notes and draw the treble clef, and for this we have worksheet 1, which deals with that by using dotted lines. What we have then to draw the treble clef, we always make sure that the treble clef, we start to draw it from here, and then we follow the dots like so. It's a little bit like doing dot to dot. And then we have a treble clef. Bearing in mind what I said about drawing notes previously, notes in a space can be drawn by following the dots like so, filling out the space completely. Halfway up the space and halfway down the space below for drawing notes on a line, and we can draw those notes like so. Now we have the treble clef and the notes written down, the student can now name the notes, and as shown before, this note is E, this note is B, and this note is G. Guitarists might recognise these notes as the first 3 open strings on the guitar. What we have learnt then is how to draw the treble clef, where it's positioned on the stave, and also how to draw notes in a space and how to draw notes on the line.